Hi, it's Vic. Thank you for joining me today. And today I'm sharing a sweet beaver card made with some Time for Tea Designs products. And I'm so excited to be sharing our brand new release. So today I'm using the Beavering Away Stamp set. And I'm just doing some watercolour in here. So what I've done is I've stamped my images onto some watercolour paper, and then I'm using my Zig brush markers to colour these in. So these are a really simple way of colouring in the critters. So they're a little bit like a felt tip pen, and then you just add a tiny bit of colour to the stamped image, and then you just add some water to your paintbrush and then just fill the images in. So if you don't have Copics or any other colouring mediums, then definitely try these because they're great fun to use. And as usual, I'll list everything on screen and also in the description box down below if you wanted to use the same colours. And now I'm just going ahead and quickly colouring in the tree, and I love these trees. They make such a cute scene on lots of different other cards too. So again, I've just put some colour around the edges, and now I'm just going in with some water to blend that all together. And then I'm going to show you how I've coloured the tools and also the little duck. And this stamp set has so many accessories. It's really sweet, and it's also great for man cards too, especially if they like building or anything like that. So this stamp set has been so fun to work with. It's probably one of my favourites out of the release. But this release is everything is just fun, so definitely go and check out the new release if you can. So now the colouring's done, I've got the coordinating dies, so I'm just going to run them through my die cutting machine. And here's another brand new stencil. So this is the Birch Forest stencil. So I was so excited to use this. So I've got my beautiful blender brush here, and then I'm just going to go in with some light brown ink to just firstly go over these trees with the blender brush. And then what I do in a second is I just end up securing that stencil down, because I'm going to be using a darker ink, and then I'm also going to be stamping over the top of it. So this is the darker ink. This is Distress Ink in Gathered Twigs. So I'm just blending some of that ink on there. Once I've applied that ink, I'm then going to be using this huge stamp, which again I was super excited to use. This is the Wood Grain A5 stamp, and it's amazing. So I've got some dark brown ink here, and I'm not placing this on my MISTI because my stencil's secured down on my table. So I'm just gently applying some ink, and then I'm just going to flip this over and press the stamp down onto the stencil. And it doesn't matter if it gets onto the bottom bit of the card where the white's showing, because we're going to be covering that up anyway. So now I'm just removing the stencil, and then you'll be able to see the stamp and the stenciling, and I think it just looks really effective. So now I've got the landscape edge dies, and I'm just using one of the slanted hill dies out of this die set. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some dark green card that I'll use as like a grass. So we've got our trees in the background, and now I've got the lovely mountain scene die, which again is another one of my favourites, and this is out of the brand new release. So I've already gone ahead and die cut some mountains here, and then what I will do is I will place them on my card. So I've just added some double-sided sticky tape, and I'm just adhering down the pieces of grass here. And then once they're adhered down, I'll just flip this over and trim off the excess bits with my scissors. So I basically have everything I need now. So now I'm just starting to put the card together. So I'm just figuring out where to put the mountains and trees and beavers. And then what I will do, I will go ahead and adhere everything down using some foam tape and some double-sided tape. Now everything's adhered down, I'm going to be working on the sentiment. So we've got two cute sentiments with this stamp set: Stop Beavering Away and It's Your Day. So I'm going to be doing some heat embossing. So I'm just applying some Versamark ink and I've got like a light grey colour, so I'm just applying the ink to this and stamping both the stamps down. And now I've got some white embossing powder, and I'm going to go over this again because it didn't stick that well. So I've got a paintbrush, so I'm just wiping away the little excess bits that seem to get stuck on there. And now I'm just heating this up with my heat gun, and then I'll go ahead and trim this down. And I've got my card base here, so I've just added some double-sided tape, and then what I will do is I will line this up on my mat and then hold the other piece with all the images on, and then I'll just gently press them together, and they usually line up pretty well doing it this way. And then to adhere both the sentiments, I've added some foam pads to the back of these, and then I'm just lining them up on the card. And now our adorable beaver card is now complete. So thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.